Hi guys, hi fifth graders. Today we're going to have a lesson of review of the previous lessons we have had all through this bimester. We have studied many things, but today we're going to have a review. These are types of questions that you can have in your exam. So you need to be very attentive. This is not the exam. They're not the same words or the same questions. But this is very similar to what you are going to find in your exam. So, try to be attentive. The first one says, the person was an able man. What do you have to do in this case? You have to complete the word able with a prefix. Remember, prefixes and suffixes are the words that we attach, that we add to another word to give a different meaning. For example, here we have the prefixes this, the prefix on, the prefix I, and the prefix im. In this case, what is the correct for disabled? Disabled. What is disabled? Una persona incapacitada. En español decimos con capacidades especiales, pero es un eufemismo. De hecho, también existe la palabra incapacidad, ¿verdad? Entonces, the person was a disabled man. La persona era una persona incapacitada, right? So, the next one is Peter. Peter is very, the same thing. You have to choose one of these options to complete this word. Impolite is the answer. Polite es una persona amable, una persona buena, a nice person. It's a polite person, something who's generous, someone who is very attentive, someone who is very kind with someone else is a polite person. But in this case, we are going to use im to make it negative. So, impolite. Impolite, descortés. Entonces, dice Peter es una persona o descortés, perdón. In English, des en español, descortés. Now, the third one, Fred. Let's talk about Fred. Fred is a very, this is the contrary, this is the opposite. In this case are suffixes, suffix, and now we're going to your prefix. Prefix, prefix. Now, it's the opposite. Now we're going to use a suffix. Suffix is the one that goes at the end. For example, here, Fred is a very disrespectful. Como pueden ver, este es un sufijo porque va al final de la palabra. Entonces, hay varios sufijos, entre ellos podríamos tener os, este que tenemos aquí, full. Son sufijos porque van al final. Entonces, Fred is a very this, aquí podemos ver un prefijo también, disrespectful. Esta palabra tiene un prefijo y un sufijo. Student in class. Es muy irrespetuoso en español. Irrespetuoso es un estudiante irrespetuoso en clase. I hope you're not a disrespectful student in class. Next year, maybe not this year. Elephants. Elephants are, los elefantes son, and there is something missing here. What is missing? How can I complete this word? With enormous. Enormous. We have to write O-U-S to make it bigger. Enormous, tremendous, it means something that is very big, large. Enormous. This is another, remember, suffix, because it goes at the end of the word. Now, this is another topic. The teachers' names appear in the list. We'll have a training next Friday. Los teachers, los maestros, cuyos nombres aparecen en la lista, tendrán un training el próximo viernes. Muy bien. ¿Cómo digo yo quiénes? ¿Se recuerdan ustedes que estábamos viendo el cuyos en inglés en una de nuestras clases? Es la palabra whose names. So, how can I complete this sentence? By writing the teachers whose names. Whose names. Los maestros cuyos nombres aparecen en la lista tendrán un training o una capacitación en español el próximo viernes. Viernes con mayúscula. Remember, in English, all the days of the week are with capital letter, as well as the months of the year. So try to remember that. And the next one, can you name the person? ¿Podrías nombrar a la persona you lent the money, a quien le prestaste el dinero? Ahora, remember there are two options here. Or I say who, or I say whom. Do you remember the use of who and the use of whom? Who is the person who does the action, and whom is the person who receives the action? Do you remember that? So in this case, who is receiving the money? Dice, puedes nombrar a la persona a quien le prestaste el dinero. ¿Quién recibió el dinero? Esa persona. Entonces, la que tenemos que usar es whom, porque es la persona que recibe la acción. Whom you lent the money. Tienen que estudiar who y whom. El uso de who y whom. Can you name the person whom you lent the money? Well, the next one, Joseph Bayard. Who's Joseph Bayard? Joseph Bayard was the person, fue la persona, aquí va distinto, aquí es distinto. Fíjense la anterior, la persona que recibió el dinero que prestaron es whom, porque recibe la acción, pero aquí es la persona que realiza la acción. Joseph Bayard was the person, fue la persona quien, aquí es who, quien inventó la televisión. Entonces tenemos que estudiar, en general, todos estos se llaman relative clauses. Y no está solo who, sino está whom, está that, está which. Eso también lo tenemos que estudiar más a fondo para su examen. Y finalmente, children are playing happily. Children are playing happily. Recuerda que estuvimos viendo también pronombres demostrativos en inglés, demonstrative pronouns, que son this, this, que es el plural, this, those. Entonces, hay otro también. Entonces, ¿cuál de estos iría acá? What's the correct here? Because this is a plural. This is a plural. Children, remember, is the plural of child. So I can use this. I can't use this because this is singular. I can use this. These children. But I prefer to use those children. Those. Esos niños o aquellos niños. Remember, it's these or those. Those children are playing happily. Esos o aquellos niños están jugando alegremente. Right? So remember, this is more or less the topics that are coming in your next exam. Also, remember, there is a list on the platform. You can find a list of topics. Try to go over that and review it for yourself. Thank you very much for your attention, and bye.